Hey, what's going on YouTube? TG here, back with another video today, and we're going to be talking about dividends and how you guys can profit from buying a stock right before its ex-dividend date. So, you're probably wondering, what is an ex-dividend date? And basically, it is a date where you have to own the shares of a company before that day in order to get paid for their dividends. So, for instance, you can go to this website right here, NASDAQ.com, and look up the dividend calendar, and you can find companies that have their ex-dividend dates coming up. So any company right here on this list has their ex-dividend date on Wednesday, which means you'd have to own the stock on Tuesday before the close. So anytime before 9/30, you'd have to own the stock. So as you guys can see, it's the 28th now. It'll be the 20th, 29th tomorrow. You have to own it before that day. So anyone who's on record of holding shares that day will get paid. Now, I used to do the strategy. I used to do this all the time. And then I switched up my strategy. I don't know why. It would have worked really great. But you just buy the stock right before the ex-dividend date and you'll get some money. Sometimes the stock does go down. It's supposed to go down a little bit on the ex-dividend date. But if there's a big bullish day in the market, you can find yourself up on an ex-dividend date, which happened to me on ABBV, where I actually made like $500 from the stock appreciating, and I got the ex-dividend as well. So it was a really, really cool thing. But like I said, you can pick any of these companies. Let's say you don't like any of the ones on the list. Okay, you go over for the next day. So you can look up this, British American Tobacco. You can go Bristol Myers as well. That's a pretty common company. So we'll type in BMY. So Bristol Myers, $59 a share. If you want to buy it, you have to own it before October 1st. Anyone who owns it before October 1st will get 45 cents per share. So if you wanted, 500 shares of it, you'd get about $220 for owning it on that day. And then you could probably just sell it the next day afterwards. But the stock that I'm looking at is AT&T. They have a dividend coming up pretty soon. I think they just announced their dividend, actually. Yep, 3 days ago. So it is on, so you can go here and check, October 12th. So anyone who owns the stock before October 12th will get a nice 52-cent dividend. So if I go ahead here and buy like 1,900 shares, oh, that's way too much. Oh my gosh, let's go 1,500 shares. So if I buy 1,500 shares, then I would get 52 cents per on it. So you do this, you do 1,500 times 0.52, and you get $780 just for owning this, owning AT&T on that day. And then you could also write covered calls as well and make another like 200. So it's a potential $1,000 play for me. So I think I'm going to do that, especially since AT&T has been getting hit pretty hard these past 2 weeks. As you guys can see, down like 5% in the month. It's just been trading downwards. It hasn't really done anything for the year. It's doing really bad, down almost 25%. 5 years, well, it doesn't really do much. It has these peaks and valleys, and then, it goes right back down again as low as 27.46. And that actually happened. It got in the 27s pretty recently as well. Yeah. So I'm looking for it to have a really bad down day. And if it goes in the 27s, I'm going to pick up like 1,500 shares of it and try to get that ex-dividend date and, get some nice money for it. So, you guys can do that, especially bigger account sizes is a really good strategy for, buying a good company right before its ex-dividend date. And, you can profit off of it, profit pretty well. There's also a really good company called Realty Income that pays a monthly dividend. So, up pretty well today, but, they pay like 4.6 a year. So, and they give out monthly dividends, so you could always just get in that before the dividend and then sell it. You won't make a ton because it's a monthly dividend, but you can make some good money on it, especially things like AT&T. So I feel like AT&T will be my next play. I definitely want to get in on it. I'd prefer in the 27s, just because it's a really good price and its PE ratio is pretty good for that as well. So that's just what I'm thinking. It's like I said, guys, if you want to find out that website, you can go right here and go to dividend calendar, and you can see all the stocks that have dividends coming up, and you can just click on it. And if you want it, like the company, do a little research obviously before you buy it, buy the company, get the dividend, you can sell it the next day. So it's a pretty cool strategy. I don't know if you guys knew about it, but I've done it before and it's made me some money. But I definitely want to get back into it again now that I'm having some capital free, and I'm looks like I might be losing Apple on Friday if it continues how it is, because I have 115 calls and Apple's already going for 115.50. So I may be losing Apple, which sucks, but it'll clear up. I'll have like, I don't even know how much buying power, like 70 something thousand worth of buying power. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. So I'm hoping to put it into AT&T and, make some good money from it. So anyways, guys, that's about it for this video. Just, something to do, something to teach you guys. And, you can use this to profit from. So take advantage of it if you want. But like I said, do your research on the company first. Don't just blindly put it in. But yeah, guys, that's really about it. Hope that video helps you out. If it does, remember to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.